Hello, Internet. And like my Rising World series, I'm starting out facing into the sun, only this time you're seeing what I see. Or, no, you're not seeing what I... In Rising World, you see what I see. In this, I'm seeing what I see, and you're seeing me seeing what I see. Anyway, start the actual video now. How to deal with emotional people. There's a little trick. And it's not an easy trick. In fact, it's very hard. It's easy to describe, but it's very hard to actually implement. And confession time, I'm very bad at not implementing this trick myself. Because yes, emotional people do get to me. And by the way, if you can truly master this skill, trick, technique, whatever you want to call it, it's not just good for emotional people, it's good for See, here's the thing. With my Hexaco Score, I have like max level and diligence. Meaning if there's a job to get done, and I have a reason to do it, like I'm being paid to do it, I do it. Unfortunately, most people that I work with don't have anywhere near max level diligence. They'll just be wandering around, chatting with people, and just doing everything but their jobs. And it frustrates the out of me. So, what is this magic little trick to deal with emotional people or people who are just like being outright bothersome? You might think it's like something to change their behavior. Here's the trick. You can't change them. That's it. That's the trick right there. You can't do anything about their undesirable behaviors. Because here's the thing. Everybody in the world is doing the best they can with what they have. And unfortunately, a lot of people have not been given a lot. And I'm not talking like in the material sense. I mean, yeah, in the material sense, but also in the like, you know, emotional fortitude or the diligence. That's not really emotional. That's I don't even know what that would be, but. And I'm making this video because I know that my content tends to attract people who are kind of like me. So under that assumption, here's that low-hanging branch again. Yeah, I'm filming on the same day that I recorded last week's episode, trying to get ahead on my content production. Okay, the lighting looks better for this. See, this is what happens when you have natural lighting and a cell phone camera with autofocus and auto aperture. A photographer will tell you that auto anything is bad because you can't control it. But here, the skylight is coming from most of there and it's making me look flat, so I should be doing this here. Although not tilting my head down because then I look like Batman. I should be doing that actually. No, I shouldn't. A bug flew in my face. Okay, comedy break over. Maybe. Anyway. Knowing that my content tends to attract people who are like me, I kind of work on the assumption that you guys are facing similar problems to what I face. And if you notice me looking around in the sky, check out on the end of last week's episode. I missed a rainbow, and I still want to record it. Although the sun's over there, and I got trees over there, so I won't be able to see it. If it is there, and I'm not going to run through the field trying to capture it. That'd just be silly. So yeah, that's the reason, not the silly part. That's not the reason that I'm making this video. That's just the fun part. But the whole assuming that the people I'm attracting to my content are like me and facing similar problems with people who are just like Why are you so... That's why I'm making this video. That, and to remind myself, you can't change people. Just let them be. Because, I mean, see, here's the thing. Most people who are like kind of lacking in the emotional security department and are all very highly emotional, or the people who are like not very diligent, they're the people who are very sensitive. Reference last week's episode. And if you say anything about it, they're going to get sensitive. Because it's going to... Basically, you'll be attacking a weak point. You know, it may just be like healthy criticism from your perspective. But, the sun is bright. Okay. But from their perspective, you know, it's like you're poking at a weak spot, a sensitive spot. A spot they haven't learned how to defend. So they see it as an attack, and you know, again, fight or flight. It's perceived as a threat, so fight or flight. So they'll either completely ignore you, and maybe even spend less time around you, i.e. not wanting to work with you, or they'll just get outright angry and you're in a shouting match all of a sudden. Yeah, the sun is a little bright. I'm not recording at the golden hour, but it was overcast, and now it's not. Okay, I'm in the shade of trees now, so... Anyway, I'm also making this video because I am one of these people who needs to remember you cannot change people. Just let them be. They're doing the best they can with what they have. They just don't have a lot. And they don't know they don't have a lot. And they don't have the desire to learn how to get more in the emotional fortitude field that people of my personality type / temperament just can't live without. I mean, don't get me wrong, but back in my childhood, I was one of these sensitive people as well. Because, you know, it's like, when you're weird, you know you're weird. And you know, the whole media is saying, oh, you should be popular, or everybody should like you, you should try to fit in. You know, one of us. So you try to fit in, but you don't fit in because you don't want to fit in. And again, I'm saying you, and I mean I, or me. Myself, one of those pronouns. Grammar's hard. Yeah, rainbow's not back yet. Probably not coming back. At least not today. Again, to reiterate, because this trick is easy to talk about. It's hard to implement. Because when people are standing around, just chattering away when there's stuff to be done, or when they're yelling about so-and-so said a thing and they shouldn't have said the thing because it did. Yeah, this last week I had to deal with somebody who wanted to cry every day because somebody was saying something about her. I didn't have to deal with it, you know, like for more than like a few seconds at a time, because it was like she went to cry to her husband, and by the way, that's a recipe for disaster right there. A husband and wife working in the same place, especially if they're both emotional. Yeah, that's where I work. Fun. But anyway, how to deal with that? You can't change them. Just let them be. Doing the best they can with what they have. It's kind of like a mantra. It's like you have to meditate when this is going on around you. Anyway, hope that's helpful. I know I've repeated that lesson a lot, but again, it's easy to say, it's hard to do. And it's especially hard to do when you need to do it. So hopefully the repetition helps to solidify this is a very important thing to keep in mind. And you know what, I haven't done this in a while, but I do have a Patreon page. I'm not, again, I'm not begging for money, but if you become a patron, you do have access to a private Discord server where you can chat with me and other patrons. So if you'd like to be part of that, it's $1 a month. That's it. Again, I'm not begging for money. I made the pledge as low as I could. So, again, the bug's are eating me up. So, yeah, and I don't know if you can see it, but mosquito bite. The hand that's been holding the selfie stick has been itchy since the beginning of this video. So, oh yeah, and I have other videos I need to record later today. Yeah, the gaming videos, but, you know, working 6 days a week, I need a little fun every now and then, and this is my one day for fun. So, see you next week.